How's it going, everyone? Today's topic is a very frequently asked question, not just to me, but I see people asking this to other people as well. So I figured that we would cover that today. The topic is how to connect with your higher self, or your innermost, or your Socratic daemon. I will be speaking from experience here. So this could work for you or it might not, but I recommend that you try it. This isn't going to be some Abramelin 6-month lock yourself in the woods ceremony. The times are changing, and I think that with the times changing, the process is changing as well. I could be wrong about that. What I recommend is a very simple process, but it is not easy. It is simple because there's not a lot to it, but it can be difficult for some because the very nature of life and the process of the hypnotic rhythm of things, as Napoleon Hill talks about, causes us to drift. And this is, in my opinion, one of the major things that keeps us from being connected to our innermost, or our higher self, or our daemon. In my experience, what did the most for me was essentially a devotional practice. What I have found is that the nature of consciousness operates in cycles. So you could have an extremely potent experience. And with the nature of things, it would either sometimes, for some, lose its meaning because we would overanalyze it, or other things would come to wash it out of our memory, or we would just simply forget about it entirely. So that's one reason why I'm going to recommend what I'm going to recommend. The first thing, and like I said, this is based on experience. This is something that I did personally. The first thing that I recommend is to take an entire day. Personally, I took 3, but I know a lot of you don't have that kind of time. I had the privilege of having this time to do this. But take an entire day, one day, from the time you wake up until you go to sleep. Not, oh, it's sunrise or it's sunset now, I can go ahead and relax and watch Netflix. The entire day, from sunrise until well after sunset, when it's time for you to lay down, do absolutely nothing. But keep your mind as clear as possible. Put away your phone, no social media, no Netflix or Hulu or any of that. Focus on yourself. Think about your past. Think about how you've become the person that you are to this day. Think about the person that you want to become. And this entire process, this whole meditation, the entire day, you can even do something that I suggested in another video. And this is to imagine the best person that you could possibly be tomorrow. And just focus on that. And then, if that image is in front of you, just behind that image, imagine that there is a being made of pure white light or scintillating brilliance. Now, for those of you who are more astute, I suppose, yes, this process can be reversed. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I'll make another video about that. But yes, this process can be reversed, like many things in magic. All blessings can be used banefully, which means all works toward the daemon can be used towards the shadow as well. So imagine yourself projected in your we'll say, in your most and in the best form that you could be tomorrow. And then just behind that, the being of light that represents you and your full potential. And understand that the first being in front of you is a step toward the next one. This whole time you can do this meditation in the back of your mind as you're reflecting on your past, as you're reflecting on your current situation, reflecting on your future. This is a process of meditation and picking apart what belongs to other people and what belongs to you. Now, here's where it gets difficult, if that part wasn't difficult enough for you. I know some of you are going to have a very hard time taking an entire day not scrolling. But this is crucial. If you want to do this work, you're going to have to have a level of discipline that allows you to step outside of the world and step into yourself so that you can learn to bring yourself out into the world and make an impact. Here's where it gets a little more difficult. I recommend taking at least a month, if not 3. I really recommend taking 3 days to do this if you can. The first part, but if you can only take 1, that's fine. This next part, every day for at least a month, if not 3. I want you to light a candle. I want you to light a candle in a sort of devotion to self. Light a candle every single day. You can say a prayer. You can do part of that meditation where you do the double projection. That's fine. But I want you to at least light a candle every single day. And it can be like a tea light candle. It can be a different tea light candle every day. And that be a representation of the stepping stones on the path. Or you can have a very large pillar candle that you light every day as a representation that it's one long process. Whatever works for you. And you can anoint this candle, you can carve sigils into it, you can get really, really into this. But for those of you that are like, man, I've got a family and I work, 60 hours a week, you have time every single day to light a candle and just focus for 3 minutes on that part of yourself. The reason this is so effective is because it extrudes what occurs in that one day or those 3 days. It extrudes it across time, keeping you from drifting away from that goal. And what you're looking for here, you're not looking for some grand flash of light. You're not looking for the holy guardian angel to descend through the clouds and speak some booming voice of prophecy and realization to you. If that happens, excellent. But this isn't what we're looking for right off the bat. What you'll probably notice is very gradual change. You'll notice a situation will occur and you'll say, I don't have to act like that. Like normally this is how I would act, but I don't have to. Or you'll reflect on the last month or 3 months, or you'll look back a year from now and you'll say, I am an entirely different person than I used to be. Of course, this is going to be the process a lot of time in life anyway, because we change. But you'll notice that you're much more close to who you wanted to be. This is a very, very powerful process. It needs to be supplemented though with, I use an acronym, DIA, and this reminds me, it represents every day. DIA. It's discipline, integrity, and appreciation. And what I mean by this is discipline. There needs to be something that you do every single day that puts you towards your goal. If it's lighting that candle every single day, that's great. Actually, I'm going to show you something. Okay, we're back. This is what I use. To me, this represents the lantern that the hermit carries. And this inside is the star. This is a representation of the innermost. And if you can get something like this and that's meaningful to you, more power to you, that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. If all you do is light a tea light candle, or even a toothpick, or a dried piece of grass every single day. Just let that flame represent that passion and drive and desire. That discipline will make something of a disciple out of you toward your higher self. The next thing is integrity. I understand some people can't help but lie. I understand some people don't care about morality and stuff. Well, that's fine if that's your path, to each their own. You can still have a sense of integrity, and what that would look like to me is doing what you say you're going to do and not doing the things that you say that you're going to stop doing. This will create a sense of resolve within you that makes it harder for you to be swayed off of your path of discipline. This is like a sort of building process, and it creates a very strong foundation in my experience. The last thing is appreciation. Try to appreciate what you have already. There is so much in every moment. And the simple thing, like this lantern that can be found at a garage sale, can change the course of your life in so many ways, just through symbolism and just through attention. Try to appreciate what you have, but also appreciate others. And by that, I don't just mean be thankful for them. I mean appreciate them, lift them up. Even if you consider yourself to be even if you consider yourself to be a badass black magician, there are people in your life that you can lift up and say, hey, you could be more badass, etc. I don't tend to think about things that way. Power for me is a means to an end, not the end. You can still help people and be a badass, okay? I know plenty of soldiers and policemen that help people every single day, and they put themselves in the line of fire for others. If that's not badass, like, I'm not sure what is. So don't be afraid to offer yourself up. If you really are as strong and powerful as you think and you say you are, you should be able to make yourself vulnerable. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or anything like that. Yeah, good luck with this, and have a good rest of the day. Take care.